Hi everybody, it's Charlie here, and today I just want to discuss 4 different ways to make your guitar practice more effective. Developing an effective practice routine is essential for progression, however that is a topic for another time. What we're looking at in this video are simple tricks we can use to make practice more frequent and to make practice more realistic as well. So let's just get straight to it. Okay, so the first point I want to make is accessibility. So we want to make sure that our guitars are accessible. So it's best to have your guitar on a guitar stand so that when you come into your practice space that you can pick up your guitar straight away and you're ready to practice. So guitar stands vary, so you get single guitar stands, some can carry multiple guitars, or you can use wall mounts like the ones behind me, so that when I come into my practice space I could just pick one of those up off the wall and I'm ready to start playing straight away. Although this may seem very obvious for a lot of people out there, this mainly appeals to those beginner guitarists trying to get into playing guitar. So when you're starting out, you want to try and eliminate any barriers that separate you from playing the guitar. So by having your guitar out on a stand is better than having your guitar in the case in the back of a cupboard somewhere. So I understand that a lot of people like to put their guitars back in the case, which is a good point. So just make sure that when you've got your guitar out on a stand is that it's not going to get knocked over, or that it's not next to any radiators or any other heat sources, because that could have an adverse effect on your instrument. So the second point on my list is to spend some time practicing while stood up. This is a point which I haven't really heard that many people comment on, but I think for me it's a tried and tested method which I found to be very effective. I found that having the guitar wrapped around your shoulder means that you don't quite have the same level of control as you would if the guitar was resting on your lap whilst seated. So this is definitely a good point to make if one of your aims is to eventually perform in front of people, because whether it's a jam night or if you're playing at a gig, most of the time you're probably going to be stood up whilst performing in front of people, so it's definitely worth trying to get used to playing while stood up. Okay, so third on my list is making use of both acoustic and electric guitar. Now I know some people out there will only have access to either an acoustic or an electric guitar, but this is just something to think about going forward, because if you can make use of playing both, you instantly make yourself more diverse as a guitarist. So the way an acoustic guitar feels is completely different from the way an electric guitar feels, so it's only but beneficial to be able to play both types of guitar. So not only does that enable you to play more musical styles, but it also means that your technique will develop over time, because generally an acoustic guitar, if you go from electric playing, if you pick up an acoustic guitar, it feels harder on the fingers. So when you switch, it will be hard to start with, but your technique will develop and then you can switch between the two much easier. Due to the outbreak of the coronavirus, I don't currently have access to my acoustic guitar, which is unfortunate, but I know however long it's going to be, when I next pick up my acoustic guitar, I'm going to be spending a lot of time getting my acoustic playing back up to scratch along with my electric playing. So the fourth thing on my list is to talk about gear. Now gear can be anything from guitar accessories that you use actually with your guitar playing to pedals, amps, anything you would associate with your guitar. Guitarists are generally very particular about what gear they use, and sometimes it can be very overwhelming. However, using gear can actually be really beneficial for your practice. Whether you're getting a new guitar or there's an amp you like the sound of, getting new equipment can make you play guitar more than if you didn't have this equipment, and it also really strengthens your guitar rig. Buying and selling gear is part and parcel of being a guitarist, and finding the gear that you like will really help you achieve that sound that you're looking for when playing guitar. Okay, so there you go. There's just 4 things that I just wanted to mention about how to influence someone to play guitar more, or when they're playing the guitar, whatever they're practicing, to get more out of their practice time. And yeah, please like and share, subscribe with this video, and then I could make more content going forward. And if there are any other guitarists out there who have got some opinions on this as well, leave the feedback in the comment section below. Cheers.